Should I do an intro? I'm going to do an intro.
Okay. We're podcasting this.
Pretty much. I'm Leif Anderson. I'm joined by a man who needs no introduction. Let's go.
All right. We're doing a Little White race breakdown from this year, from 2024.
Right.
3.8 feet. And we're going to compare some of Leif's lines and just watch his paddling.
Yeah.
Critique it. No.
I'm hoping that I get some philosophical stuff, not just some lines.
I think it's mostly philosophy, what I have
really
about the Little White. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like when I miss a line, I know that I've missed a line.
Totally.
So
it's so mechanical. Yeah.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
straight into it.
Straight in.
I left out the audio, but imagine someone counting down.
Yeah. Boom. Boom. Okay. Oh my God, look how full the river is. It's been since that day. Oh, I hope that log is gone. That was sweet. The Scorch X does that kind of stuff so freaking good.
Love that boat.
Yeah.
I wish they made a large size.
Yeah,
Scorch
bigger.
X. Like it's just a little low volume for
good.
me, especially the stern.
Yeah. This move was hard in the gangsta. Yeah, see, that move was hard on the race this year.
At least a second. Gone.
That and this were both hard for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, but that was a little bit slow too.
So what could I do? Just be like, what do you see? What do I need to?
Honestly, that move was really hard this year, so I was just paddling really hard at it.
Okay.
And not letting it mess with me. But that was one of the only places in the race that I was so inconsistent at those levels.
Okay. At one point, I was planning to do a screen capture here, but I did a little test, and the screen capture kept crashing. So we'll have to resync later. Oh, the shame right there.
Yeah, that's where I messed up my getting busy. Was that move? I actually did the other one moves good. I think biggest part of getting busy, especially this year, was just don't fall apart, because it was so much harder than the rest of the course. Mm-hmm. This was that was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
Because that can be a big chesting impact. And at this point, you're probably already getting a little tired.
Yes.
It's a minute 30 in, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minute 50, actually.
Yeah, we had a little. Okay, boom. Yeah, that was sweet. That's a smooth line.
Cool. Yeah, that
especially at that
new
level.
to me.
Yeah, that won't work unless it's this level.
Yeah.
Oh, that move is hard too. Yeah. This is always a little bit of a random.
Oh, you want random? Wait till you see the landing.
Yeah. That was good. That's random for me, that part.
We made a whole video about that with Sage, so I've been thinking about it very deeply.
Oh, you got surfed. Oh, you got surfed by the rock eddy. That was wild.
Should we go back?
I've had that happen too. When you go too close to the rock, you actually end up surfing it was a sick line.
I mean, I feel like I was going out of there relatively fast.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of lost it.
In this boil, and then it pulls you really hard to the right. That only happens at higher water too, actually.
Yeah.
And then the back deck roll. At least it was fast. At least it was back deck.
I was I'm rolling in an eddy, and then I came up and was that wasn't too bad.
Totally. Yeah, that's rough to have a flip. I mean, just for your mental, I don't even think it's that slow per se. Cody had the 360 above island, and I think that's kind of similar. It's just
mental. I was very happy right here. I was through it already.
Yeah, okay.
So,
you're stoked.
Yeah, and the mental game is a completely different.
Yeah.
That's a whole different deal.
Oh, yeah.
I call this moose knuckle right there.
Okay, moose knuckle like that.
That felt a little slow at the time.
If you can get a little bit further left there, it slingshots you around it.
Yeah, and I've spent a lot of time on the moose knuckle dealing with the approach.
Yeah. Because it's hard. You're pushing into the eddy too much, and it's slow. Yeah.
Yeah, and the approach starts here.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because at low water you can really boof into that.
Yep. And then this little thing here.
Totally.
If you're coming through here to left, you're in the eddy and getting rejected.
Yeah.
If you're too right, you're getting chest shotted.
Yeah.
And then you do have to move left, but not too much.
If you mess it up, you can just fully boof right there, and it's a lot of times you will get a skip out. It's not as fast as like getting your hull onto that.
Yeah.
That's like what I'm always thinking about, is like matching that flake with my hull and like slingshotting around it, which is like really half the boogie moves on the Little White race is you're like matching a curler and slingshotting. You know, you just get a little speed and you like pull and just, a little speed there, little speed here.
Yeah. Yeah, and for like, I mean, it's been a couple years of working on it, which is embarrassing to say, but
no, it's
a lot of times I was really thinking about my position, and I would sit on it and kind of come through, but I'd come through like on that edge, and then just be like this,
going
like,
far,
whoa,
right? Yeah.
And it wasn't until this year that I started being in about the right place and also boofing, and then riding out like this, like you know, up instead of
getting pulled that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you do go that way, especially at low water, you end up kind of boofing
straight into the rock. Yeah. And then you're boofing into the eddy and losing even more. Yeah. It's all about that speed as you leave there.
And then this is your first pool. So this all of a sudden is like where powerful people can like start to get advantage, because I just like can't paddle hard through this or I'll just fall apart, you know? Yeah,
that's something I was thinking about. I was like, maybe Evan is just way more in shape than me. And like,
I mean, I think cardiovascularly, I'm in really good shape, but like strength-wise, I think I'm a long ways behind like somebody like Cody or Zach, you know, or McEwen. Just on like, if you were to like test a forward paddle stroke like the slalom guys, I think my strength is quite a ways back. I do no gym or anything like that, so.
Exactly. But you still win.
Yeah, which I think there's a lot of, that was sweet, that was smooth. It's a lot of mental, the Little White race. It's like mental fortitude to not like get caught up in all the little tiny things that you think are gonna help you. All the little tiny things, oh, I didn't do that quite good, I didn't do that quite good. And then you just wear yourself down. This is all,
but I mean, at the same time, like, it's not a race of like, oh, I need to move faster. It's a race of like, there are 60 chances to make 1 second errors, and that adds up to a minute. So. And
there's definitely a little bit of luck too. Oh, that was sweet. You were like deep in it, and then it just came out.
I've been working on.
I skipped that. I don't. You'll see in my. I skipped island to the right.
What, you took the, I'm now extremely curious.
Yeah.
We're pulling this up right now.
Yeah, from this year. No, that's the longboard.
2023, sorry.
Okay. I skip all of island because the gangsta is so janky on that kind of a rapid, and I was just like, I am skipping this rapid. And I did a little research, personal research, between going left and right here. And the right was faster.
Wow, so you took the sneak. Wow.
But that sneak is only good to go when it's a little higher, because I didn't go all the way.
The hot sneak.
And I wanted to go, left
fully left of the middle.
And that's just another thing, is you're just like, oh, well, I didn't make that.
Wow, I want to look at those.
You can look at that for sure. It's just so much less action.
Just the boat going in a straight line.
And that was just like something that I just could take off my plate and not have to worry about, oh, how am I going to get through island without just totally beatering.
We're going to do this. We're going to put these side by side.
Yeah, kind of how I would do those tests is I would do the 2 different runs, and then I would have a starting point, like, landing off the clamshell or going through the moose knuckle or whatever. Then I'd start them together there, because they're never going to be perfectly synced. And then I would just do like 20, or a minute long section and see what was better.
What's 2160 doubled? Ooh, it's 40.
That's not for me.
243.
20.
I need to scale up. We're going to cut some of this out of the video.
I would love for McEwen to wear a GoPro and to just to see from S turn to the bottom of his time, because I think that's where he's just like unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't tire out, and you know.
All right, we're synchronized.
Okay, cool, sweet.
Let's see who's faster. So yeah, running speed looks similar.
Yeah. We're boom. I mean, I think you're faster. So I think it
Maybe
is.
so.
Yeah.
But
we're very similar.
Yeah, we're talking.
Yeah, and you had a good line.
Yeah.
You had you were deep in it, but then it gave you that 6 boof out, which for me was just not happening in the gangsta. You know, I think Zach got a gangsta, and he said he flipped 5 times in Island, 5 times, and he was like, he got out of it. He was like, dude, I just can't paddle that boat.
Yep.
And I was like, I feel that.
Yep.
For sure, especially if you're any heavier, that thing is just going to be a missile, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, that's interesting though, that the sneak versus me having a good line on direct, I think it was different by 1/10 of a second, 3 frames, and you had way less chance of messing up.
Totally.
So like I would trade a 1/10 of a second
I think
for
that
0% chance of failure.
And I think that if the river is higher, then you can get into that kind of stuff. But when it's lower, like 23, we were running pretty much all the same lines, because it was literally the only place where a longboat can go down the river without totally smashing rocks. That move can be kind of hard when you're tired.
Yeah.
Just to pull it. Oh, that was a terrible little log. Especially when it was really high. That thing was annoying, huh?
That 5-5 day.
Yeah.
So on the 5-5 day, I had just gotten surfed in the end of Island.
Yeah.
And then came out the wrong side. It was like, I'll see you later, Zach.
Yeah.
I don't know when. And then had to deal with that log.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd break it with your body or not.
I want to find out.
I don't want to find out. Okay, boom. Past this horn. This is looking good. That's a hard move to be really consistent on too.
So one of the things I feel like happens with the X, it's kind of hard to describe, but like when I'm sort of skipping out but not totally, I'll be like riding the outside edge instead of like planing and up. Do you have any advice there?
Every boat's so different, you know, and when you get stuck on that back edge, and you can't get off of it. You're saying it kind of just like feels like it's engaged, and you can't like. Yeah,
because I don't want to let go of the carve it's producing, but I'm not being as fast as I can be.
Yeah, I think like just trying to keep the boat on its planing hole, but it's hard, especially when you're getting tired. Yeah. And I think the X does that. It has that horseshoe, you know, capability, and it really.
Like this here on Sacrilege was kind of. I feel like not the full effect, but like right in there for a second before it kind of like popped out.
I think that's hard with just every different boat, because the Vanguard does it, but it's so fast, it works, you know?
Gotcha.
But yeah, the stern edge catching that's really hard. And I think everybody's just different with weight and boat design. Mm-hmm. Playing with seat though, seat placement.
I haven't played with the seat placement.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
I think it's just such a difficult thing to get it totally perfect for every rapid.
Yeah.
You paddled this when it was high? You were paddling Scorchex? Yeah.
Yeah, it's my go-to big boat.
Yeah. I think I went middle there, but I don't think that matters that much. That's more important.
Yeah, that was a B+ there.
Yeah.
I've had some fast
ones,
but
that's okay as long as you come out left there. That's big. Yeah. I was also going left down here and just doing a late sweep over the back of that wave.
Riding it low and then staying flat the whole way?
Yeah, but those are just personal preferences. I don't think they're very much.
Yeah, they add up.
Yeah.
Second here, second there.
Totally. Yeah, this is the next spot where you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
You just have to keep it together.
I had a lot of trouble. Always right here.
Yeah,
I want a backstroke.
There's two little messy rocks right there.
Yep. Ooh, good name, the messy.
Yeah, not the.
Good replacement.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Dad, now I have to keep it PG.
I know exactly what you're talking about there.
He's now just getting to the point where he could definitely drop an F-bomb.
You'll get kicked out of preschool, man.
Yeah. It's going to be a thing in my family. Boom, this is looking good.
Okay.
This is looking good. I do that in the Vanguard all the time. The double stroke, the double sweep stroke.
Like bounce it back.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that's when the boat feels alive.
Yeah.
I was feeling a little bit of that vibe in the wave hopper at the first few rapids in the middle race a couple days ago, but not by the end.
Yeah.
And it wasn't this same move, but just that same vibe of like the boat bouncing over things and like moving with the waves.
That's freaking sweet. Yep. I used to run right there, but Jared was like, don't run right. It's slower, you're wasting time.
I mean, we could find out if we had video of the ride, but I don't think we do.
I think I did run right this time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we do a side-by-side?
I don't think that part matters. I really don't. I think the island part is just a big, because it's like the hardest rapid of the run.
Yeah.
Okay, we go left here.
Yeah, going left.
Good. Yeah, that lat rock's kind of gnarly. That was good though. Keeping it off the shallow.
Trying to.
Yeah, this is kind of like a shit shoot. I was stern tapping the heck out of that. I was just like,
totally.
And just taking it. Rush was trying to tell me that he was making up full seconds by going right here instead of left, and I just like couldn't see it.
Like the right side of that hole, not the other channel.
No, by the right side of that hole. But I like tried it once, and I was like, no. I was just like, nope. Because at some point when I'm racing this, and there's so much like stress or anxiety around it, you just have to be like muscle memory. You know, you're just like, everybody knows the river so good that you don't want to just be like totally 100% focused. That's what I do too, all the way left and then back. Not a lot of people do that.
I saw Jared do that one time, and I was like, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing.
That
is
was
like
sweet.
The muscle memory comes from practicing it. So like if there's something faster, we're early enough in the season that I could start practicing.
Yeah, totally. So, that was really good for high water race line.
Yeah,
that was super good. Yeah, that's
all memory of my roll had been raced at this point. I was riding my successes.
And now, see, this is where I think, people that are blasting me on the middle race or the Orletta race, this is where they're gonna be like really fucking good. And this is where
now we're paddling through some wave trains.
My training, whatever training that I do, like if we were to race right now and I'm off the couch, I would just get absolutely obliterated in this section of the race because I paddle like 10 times this summer, 15 times this summer. Which is bad, but it's just
it's such the opposite of most regions. Like most places, it's like, all right, it's July, let's go paddle. And
I'm literally in the best shape in March of the whole year, which is so random.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did the left side.
Yeah, that's good. That was super good.
I've had some.
That was so hard in the longboat at this level.
Yeah.
That was really hard moving the longboat. For some reason, it would push me against the wall.
Yeah, I hit the wall a few times in the X too.
Yeah, it's kind of undercut and scary.
And also, I mean, you just hit the wall and bounce back upstream.
Yeah,
like,
you stop.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been long enough. I don't remember what I did to make that one work.
Yeah, I think you just have to like launch it more heading to the middle.
Okay.
Everything that I was like having issues with in the race this year, I would just like save up a little extra energy and just like blast like a little just harder towards it, and it was working. I'd just like get a little extra energy.
Yeah.
And push the kayak a little harder, and it was just
like a little more run in on the way in.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh, I think this went bad. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that's the champion killer though. That thing is so easy and so hard.
So do you have advice?
I would go right. I was going right there just because, and it's not as fun or as flowy, but at that level, I was just going like center right and just kind of sliding off the ledge.
Let's take a look at yours.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Okay, we're above. Yep, this is whale tail.
Oh, you call it whale? I call it the Decepticon.
Oh, okay.
That boof in the middle, it looks like it's going to be great. It is not great.
Yeah. It
Surprise.
has great level. It has like a great level. My GoPro is looking slimy. Okay, yeah. So I think I just go deep tongue on the right here. And then, just
all the way in that
off.
flake there.
Yeah, because it was just giving me less, like it's so, that pool is such a, and the 2 lefties in a row where you're just like trying desperately to keep the kayak straight.
Yeah.
That's a really hard rapid because you can be winning the race there, and if you totally have a bad one, you can totally blow it. You can do a 10, 15 second.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had something I was analyzing where like I rolled or just endoed or something and it was a full 8 seconds different than,
And I think that's another spot where I was just like, nope, I'm not gonna run middle. I really love the middle when it's like 3,
it's a little
3.
lower,
You know, you can do some sick skips through the top one and you just carry so much speed that the bottom one doesn't really mess with you. Yep, this is, some people go left there. I like that line. That's
because you get more of the current across the pool if you're on the right.
Yep, boom, boom. Right in between that wave.
Yeah.
This is all sweet at these levels because there's like,
right
there's so many rocks there when it's lower and you just, boom. That was really smooth.
Yeah, I tried to copy a little thing Zach showed me a while back.
Yeah. This part's a little interesting.
Yeah. Do you do the far left boof here?
No, I was going through probably same spot.
Yeah, because right there it's just green slab.
Totally. But that's nice that we can do that at 3.8. Stay down the right.
Yeah.
I think I was going back into the current here. I don't remember though.
Every time I've like paddled this with other people, the far right always feels really slow, and then whoever goes right just ends up 3 boat lengths ahead.
Wow,
like,
because it's more direct. It's more direct. Totally. Yeah, this is so. Oh yeah, you just jump off that wave. I was always trying to figure that thing out to not catch air. Yeah. And then sometimes I would catch air and be pointing right, and I'd have to like
slow it down.
Yeah, turn back. This is entrance to Bowie.
Go right over the humps there.
This is always a little bit unknown.
Yeah.
Oh,
great.
Damn. Yeah, that slowed you down. So I think I was going for flake.
Yeah.
Especially in the longboat, I go for the flake there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like, at that point, I'm totally trashed. Like, I was in such good shape this year, and I just thrashed myself in the race. I was so tired. I was just like, unbelievably, like I hadn't been that tired all year, and I think it was just like stress and anxiety.
Yep, you're coming in a lot more right off the flake.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fast.
And it just like doesn't give you the power of like the main hole, you know, you're just basically landing up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I thought that I would need that power.
You're boofing right off that nice curler, which when you do that right and you're full power, not racing, you can get a huge skip there, and it's amazing. But I think that it comes back to just like, you're going to be so exhausted. And I think honestly, like, you know, me winning the race this year, I was just the best at paddling when I was completely exhausted. You know, I had a little bit, you know, over Zach and Cody when we were just all exhausted, and I just was paddling a little bit better. Yeah. And that was all just due to having a good season. Because I don't know if I would have drug my ass out to train like I did if it wasn't such a good, fun season of paddling, high water. Yeah. So we were already used to it.
Oh man, and Cody was just like smooth. laps on laps on laps at like 4.2 and stuff. Yeah.
Nobody paddles more than Zach. It's so impressive.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I remember you had a good ending.
Yeah, I've had better, but I've had way worse.
Oh my god, also, when you go left, it's so brutal.
I've gone right, I've gone left. I think I've rolled. So
somebody's
like
in the river. Somebody's floating. They're just like,
Cashin? Is that
that's Cody. Podium run. He's cold plunging after his podium run. That's how messed up it was.
Nice. So what kind of, like, as I, train and practice for the next season here,
Yeah.
what kind of things should I try and do? What areas should I focus on? What moves should I focus on? What kind of philosophy? Like,
Yeah.
what's your bottom line after seeing
Okay.
this?
I think just like decision making of the lines you want to run, and just being critical of, what am I good at and what am I bad at?
Nice.
You know?
Yeah, because you had a couple places where you went for a more conservative line.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it was like a slim time loss.
Totally.
But just rock solid consistency.
Yeah. And I think that comes down to, I know that I'm not as powerful. And I've always known that. Like the rapids that I portage that a lot of people run who are pushing it are like usually single stroke,
giant,
super powerful, like 10 footers with like horrific holes. And I'm just like, no, I don't like that. And I'm not good at that. So I'm just not going to run it. But then I know there's people out there like, Dane, Aniel, Sven, Owen, that are just so strong in their core and with those single powerful moves.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's just like a one-arm pull-up, that's all.
Exactly.
I'll just do a couple
one
of
arm.
those.
Yeah, just one arm pull-up.
Just
so
like
I think,
starting a lawnmower, no big deal.
And I think that I just know that about myself, so I'm going to skip or just try to make the most conservative decision through that kind of move as possible.
On the finesse moves.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
on the
finesse
power moves.
On the power moves.
Yeah, I think the finesse moves, I think that's a lot of just like really intuitive and like core stuff and just like matching the boat,
So tell me more about matching the boat, because I feel like that edge thing we were talking about, that's what I
Totally.
like.
I think with the Little White and sorry, my phone's buzzing. You have to like play with it a lot, and you have to just like explore different things as far as like.
Steezy with it.
Yeah, steezy with it, but also just, okay, you run this line a bunch of times and you're feeling good about it. Maybe try to throw the opposite stroke, just see different ways to do it. And it just changes so much at every level, so it's a little hard. And then now we're gonna toss the longboat in there, that's just like a whole nother freaking.
I'm kind of terrified for this year. Like, I've never raced. I mean, I've paddled the longboat plenty of times. I've done practice races, but this will be the first race in a longboat for me. So I'm really curious.
But I think just like playing with the LW, playing with these little lines, because I think it's all one in the 12 and a half minutes of boogie,